Howdy, builders. Welcome back to episode 7 of 875 North Michigan Avenue. Still don't have a name for the tower, so if you want me to name the tower something, put that in the comments so I know what we can name this tower. Don't be shy. I really want somebody else to name the tower for me. We can have it customized to somebody's needs. So some of the things I did after our last episode was add in 3 more floors here. I added 2 basement floors and got ourselves set up for the hotel. And you guys will see this play out when we go to build the hotel and how I set this up for what we actually needed in the tower. We're not going to go into that today. We'll talk about it when we go to build that. Still trying to decide what we want to do in this space over here. If I want to do a parking garage just for aesthetic purposes, that don't really get used as much, but just for aesthetic purposes, maybe some office on top of it, or something like that. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this space over here. And then we're going to get in here and start building some of these 2 bedroom apartments to expand this tower up. If you notice, the profit is a little bit lower today than it was when we finished the last episode. Like I've been telling you guys, like profitability on these towers is really, really, really difficult. And the reason why is because the 1 bedroom apartments that were angry last time, some of them ended up leaving while I was building these floors. So that when I rebuilt them, the rent was considerably less. 'Cause some of the other tenants were paying 200 plus a day. So I ended up having to lower them to keep them in the tower. So if you notice, I'm clicking on them, you can see that they're paying considerably less rent. Less rent means less profit. So we had enough profit to be able to do that. Luckily, we had built enough up in our tower to compensate for that in the tower, but it did hurt us. We dropped a good $1,200 in our profit for the each day. So let's get in here. We're gonna go ahead and add in our utility closets before we get started. So we can get our tower built. We do have enough money. We could just shift click at this point, but I don't want to. Um, because every penny counts. We could easily get ourselves in a deficit very quickly. And another thing that happened while we were away is that the city entered a depression. So now, like as we build these units, they're going to pay a little bit less than what they would if we were not in a depression. So I really, really need to monitor how much we're spending on each one of these units so that we can maximize whatever profit we're going to make off of them. Luckily, last time we built a lot of our services in, and those services cost quite a bit. So we added some cable, and we're 8 shy, so we can put 8 units in. So almost this whole side right here in of these cable units, and still not have to add one. We do need to add some more water this time. We're gonna have to add more cable and we're gonna have to add more electricity. So it looks like water's keeping us at 7 and electricity is keeping us at 7. So we can build 7 units right now, and still be able to not have to build anything else, which will help with our profitability as well. So we're gonna add the cable lines in here, and I think that's all that these require. Water, cable, electricity. Yeah, okay, so we're good to go. We're gonna add in these 6 units right here. I just lost a tenant. What is going on? Hold on. They didn't even give me a chance. They just turned red faced and bounced out. They still think the rent is too high, so I really don't know what to say at this point. I'm not gonna lower you any lower because then yeah, it's gonna be much lower than the others are paying. So I'm not gonna do that. You can pay what you gotta pay, or you can move out to a tower that's got a more affordable space for you. I don't know. I hate to be like that. At the same time, like we still have to make profit in our tower so that we can continue to grow and build. Speaking like a true manager. Sorry about you. Hate to be that guy, but I gotta be that guy. All right, we're gonna. It's gonna take us a little bit to build these now because they had to clear that apartment out. So now they're in here building these up right here. And then after they get done with these six, they'll come down here and build this up. They did have to add these units in right here, the trash and recycling as well. Oh, I did have to add another collector, a garbage collector in here because we were at our 100% limit on this one. So I had to add another one in to compensate for that. That was another thing that I did in between episodes. I'm not trying to shut you guys out, but as you see, it takes a while to build. And then when you only have two construction workers, adding new floors to the tower is really, really time consuming. Like to add three floors, add these two, and this right here took me about 15 minutes of literally just sitting there watching them. And if I built anything, and that was having to rebuild all these units that we're leaving over here too. But if you guys are building on your own, you might run into the same issues. So keep in mind that building on hard mode is going to take you a while to really get your tower built, and it's slow, methodical. You have to take your time. I mean, we're barely making much profit right now. We're making 35.53. If this was an easy mode tower, we would probably be close to 12,000. Like that's just how much of a difference it is. All right, so now the city's economy is heating up, so that's good. Unfortunately, this right here. I wonder if we. I don't want to do that. These aren't that much of a difference. Let me see what the rent's going to be now. So 337. So it didn't change it that much. Just a couple dollars on those. Oh no, we need water. How did we run out of water? We're at 105, 115. All right, so we need water and electricity. We're just going to pop two electricities in and two waters in. These are starting to take up quite a bit of room, and we're going to go ahead and do another cable while we're at it. All right, there we go. Let's get going. They are not happy. They're like, hey, man, you forgot us. You cut the water off on us. No, I got you. I got you. All right, once these three rent right here, or once one of these three rent, we'll add another three in. There was some demand. I mean, we could always do another rent roundup like we did at the end of the last episode if we need to, but I don't think we're at a point where that's something we need to do to get renters in here. This will go up today too. Well, I don't know. We just added a bunch of utilities in, so your utilities don't stretch as far either. So keep that in mind. Like your utilities are not gonna like because they're so much more expensive and you have to pay some so much more. They don't they don't go as far in hard mode. Like I really need to start condensing these down to smaller units so that we can start expanding our tower because we need some retail space in here too so that we can get the larger two-bedroom apartments. Did I not put cable in on that side? Apparently I didn't. Well, Jiminy Cripes, Batman. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we have those in there. Fantastic. While we're waiting for these to rent out, we got two ready to go right here. I did put water in up here though. Yeah, I did. I did put water. I just forgot to put the cable. While that's happening, we can start moving some stuff around in here because I want these two floors right here are going to be all retail shops all the way across. So this will end up being most likely restaurants, and then we'll have retail shops this entire second floor. And then when we build our hotel, the first couple floors are going to be our event building, our event rooms, and then we'll start putting in our hotel rooms above the event rooms. I don't really like the event rooms being in the basement necessarily. I'm okay with the if we put in the nightclub ones and stuff. I'm okay with them being in the basement, but typically I do a lot of the office ones. I just like the way they look better, and I feel like the residents in the building would be upset if you put in a bar in in there for like events and stuff because people get a little rowdy sometimes in those bar settings and those types of events and stuff. So, um, I'm just cautious on placing those in the towers. All right, we're gonna bring this down. We're just gonna go ahead and bring all of it down, and then we'll go through and we'll delete these. Excuse me. All right, still got three for rent up here. So I'm watching this too, just to see where we're at on rent. But we're gonna start moving some stuff around. We're probably gonna consolidate some of these electrical closets and stuff, just because starting to take up some room. And in lieu of building whole new floors and stuff, it makes sense sometimes to just consolidate. We have some money too. So now we can destroy five of these. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. Make sure make, make sure we're still good. All right, so we're good on that. We're good on that. So now we're gonna add in some on this side too. We rented another unit, so I want to make sure we have plenty of units since we have them available. We rented another one, so this will give us 4 units available for people to rent once those get built, which is good. Slide these down. We may not build any more retail in this episode, but I do want to get ourselves set up for it. So when we do go to build it, we are ready to go. All right, we're gonna add another 2 floors in down here. We're only gonna go this far right now. We're only gonna mimic what we already have. There we go. Okay, so they rented this one out, so now we have 3 units for rent. Let me see where we're at on utilities. All right, so we're gonna need another water for sure. So we're gonna take 4 out up here. And that should still give us an extra. Yep. And then we need another electricity, which is going to put us to where we only want to take 4 out again. One, two, three, four. Okay. There's that. And I'm just filling these in. I don't like the way the default little things look, so we're just going to fill those in. We are going to move this maintenance closet as well, plus these services over here. We'll end up moving those down as well to these lower floors. All right, so we're gonna add some more in. Oh, let's go check our cable. So we're getting close on cable. How much did it cost? $22.50 for $2,500. All right, so we're just gonna take these out. Make sure it kept my line in. It did. Okay, so we're good there. That's gonna be a little pricey for us though. That's gonna hit us on our profit. Right now we're at 46.62. That took us down to 39.33. But I'm watching it like a hawk. Like y'all don't understand like how seriously I'm watching this, because I'd hate to get this far into this build and start losing money. So we got to watch every penny. And this I've been talking about this since episode 1. Like you have to watch every penny. Even we're this far along in the tower. We're on 7th episode and we're only making 39.33 a day right now. Expanding this tower up. Yeah, we have 5 units for rent, but those 5 units are going to cause us to have to build more utilities, and more utilities. To add these three, we'll probably have to build up even more utilities. So you guys can see how compounding it can be, just maintaining the building. I'm having to come down here every day, multiple times a day, and check to see what we need to get repaired in the building. Like it's a constant like go 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 go. Like monitor this, monitor that, monitor this, monitor that in these modes. We could build an ops office. Like I'm just being honest, but when you get into the large construction and the large maintenance office that automatically do it, those things cost a lot of money for a young tower like this. So right at this point in our tower, if we put those in, we would lose all of our profit. We would actually lose money every day if we went through that route and started adding those in. So we don't want to put ourselves in that situation this early on because we won't be able to get it. Now, some of y'all may be like, "Oh, I got to work around. I'm just gonna go play it with unlimited everything." You can do that too. You can do that too. Yeah, it takes some of the challenge. It takes a lot of the challenge out. Like I've built like huge towers on hard mode with unlimited everything, and it's not really impacted me in a negative way. Um, like you can totally 100% do that, and there would be no issues for me on that. It just you just got to be careful and mindful still, even though you don't have that profit you're watching for. Two, three, 4, 5. All right, there's that, and we're like right there on the cusp of needing another water. I was like, what's going on? It was an auto save. I'm like, who left? Can I say I'm skittish a little bit? A little concerned. All right, we're gonna have to add another water in because once that unit gets done up here, and that means we can take these three out. Okay, mm, there's that. And then how are we doing on electricity? Oh, we're probably gonna need to add more electricity in too. We got four over here, so then we can add a fifth one in. So that's going to add a fifth one, and then we're going to take some of these out. There we go. And we're at the point now where if you wanted to, you could easily just build one of these bigger ones each time you want to expand. I do want to caution you that watch your cost because these are 1250 a day. If you're only going to add a few units in, it may be more feasible for you to do the 250 a day versus the 1250 a day. Because right now we're only making $5,000 a day in profit. We got 3 units left to rent up here, and half of the profit we just made yesterday literally just went to repairing units. So by me building the building and waiting a little bit and just being patient, I was able to put some money in the bank just by just letting it run for a little bit while they're building these unit or these this tower out. Which you guys can do as well. You can. I wouldn't suggest walking away from it. But like if you have like a game on your phone or something you play or something like that that you can hop on. Say you have a few turns on Monopoly Go or something, and you want to go use those rolls and just let your building run while you're sitting here, just looking over your, you in between rolls, you're looking at your tower to make sure. By all means, do that as well. Now we got 2 more units to rent. We're gonna see how much that boosted us up. So that's going to be another 362 in rent. We did add another closet of electricity in the tower as well. So nope, that actually went straight to us. So 53.75 for the day, and we still have 2 units to rent up here. What I am going to do, I'm going to delete these two for now, and then we're going to put them down here on a lower floor. So um, maintenance and construction. We're not ready for a mover yet by any means. That mover's office is expensive to maintain and keep up with. So keep that in mind if you're adding that into your tower. I forgot we don't need one on that level right there. I'm like, how do I not have one there? I had a moment. Did you guys see the moment? That moment when. Okay. And all I'm doing now is just getting us prepared for that next level. So that we're gonna have to add another trash collector in because both of these are at 100. So this one's at 100. That one's at 98%. Well, it was at 100. Let me rephrase that. All right, we're gonna fix those. Let's see where we're at on our units. We got one left to rent. We are gonna have to add a bigger bay in as well. So what we'll do is just slide this over here so that we can add in our bays over here for our storerooms, so that we can build our retail shops going forward. So these are the things I'm constantly thinking about. So as I'm looking at expanding my tower and building up each piece of it, like you have to think in the future, like what what else do I have left? I'm gonna add another maintenance in here as well, just because they're struggling keeping up with the amount of maintenance that we have. So if you notice, they're never coming down here and sitting, and they're going to be a little upset over time if you're constantly working them too hard. They won't leave. They just bring down your happiness of your tower. Man, we have 177 people in our tower. We have 137 in apartments, 17 for services, and 13 for other. So we have quite a few people in this tower already. Right, zero visitors right now. We are going to add a metro line in as well. It's most likely going to be right here with a staircase that goes down. So we'll go ahead and add our stair in. It's either going to be on this side or this side, but we'd have to move this electrical cage right here if we put it on that side. All right, so that finishes that up. Um, when you guys come back next time, I want to have some more already pre-built for you so that you can hop in. You can pause at the beginning, build up what I have built up, and then hop in and join us for that next leg of episode 8. But I do appreciate you guys stopping by and watching this episode with me. If you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching.